Anika was a young archaeologist, known for her extraordinary intellect and a passion for solving the puzzles left behind by ancient civilizations. From the beginning of her career, she was captivated by a mysterious map that became her life's obsession. The map pointed to an unknown, lost city called Amara. According to legend, this city held one of the most ancient and powerful secrets on Earth, and it could only be found by those who were truly worthy. Anika dedicated all her energy to finding this city, but all her efforts were in vain. Her colleagues dismissed her as a fool chasing a fictional story. But Anika wasn't one to give up. One day, while researching the map in an old London museum, she stumbled upon a dusty, old journal. It belonged to her grandfather, a renowned archaeologist who had vanished after a failed expedition. In the journal, Anika read about her grandfather's own quest and his thoughts. She discovered that he had been very close to finding Amara, but a mysterious event had forced him to abandon his search. The journal also contained a clue that led Anika to a place she had never been before, the snowy valleys of the Himalayas. Anika immediately assembled a team and set off for the Himalayas. Her team consisted of 3 members: Kabir, an experienced mountaineer and guide who knew every corner of the Himalayas; Zoya, a young but highly skilled technologist who was an expert at using modern equipment and satellites to navigate; Vikram, a historian who specialized in ancient languages and symbols. The journey was extremely difficult. They braved blizzards, avalanches, and steep cliffs. One day, they fell into a deep valley, and Zoya severely twisted her ankle. The team thought they would have to turn back, but Anika refused to give up. She reread her grandfather's journal and learned about a mysterious medicinal plant that only grew there. With the help of Kabir and Vikram, she found the herb and healed Zoya. This incident forged a new bond of trust within the team. Continuing their journey, they reached the entrance of a vast, ancient cave. A strange symbol was etched on the cave's entrance, which Vikram recognized. It was from an ancient language, and it translated to, "This path can only be found by one who possesses knowledge, courage, and faith." The path inside the cave was dark and confusing. They were trapped in a labyrinth with many different routes, each with a riddle. Vikram used his expertise to solve these riddles, but one puzzle was impossible for anyone to solve. It was about faith and intuition, the answer to which could only be found through peace of mind. Anika was reminded of her grandfather. She closed her eyes and listened to her heart. She saw a path that was different from all the others. She told her team to follow that path. They were all surprised, but they trusted Anika. They arrived in a massive underground city. The architecture was stunning, and glowing, strange plants illuminated the darkness. This was the city of Amara, but there were no people there. Only old, broken machines and empty buildings. A deep, soulful silence permeated the city. Suddenly, a machine began to glow. It was a recording device, containing a message from the last king of Amara. The king explained that their city had been destroyed by a massive natural disaster. They had tampered with knowledge and nature, which had upset the balance. He said that their civilization was very advanced, but they had used their knowledge only for selfishness and power, and this was the cause of the downfall. In the message, the king said, "We valued knowledge, but forgot about faith and humanity. We thought we could control everything with knowledge, but the power of nature was far greater than our arrogance." Anika realized that the true treasure of this city was not gold or diamonds, but the wisdom that her grandfather and many others before him had been seeking. It was the knowledge of how important it is to live in harmony with nature. Anika decided to tell the world about this mysterious city. She and her team recorded the information about the city and returned. The world praised her work, and she became a hero. She used the knowledge gained from the city of Amara to establish a new foundation. This foundation was dedicated to preserving the wisdom of ancient civilizations and spreading the message of living in harmony with nature. Anika's discovery proved that true treasure is not in history books or stories, but in one's own heart and mind. The story teaches us that knowledge can be destructive if not used in the right way. Courage, faith, and humility are more important than knowledge itself.